Within the industry, there's a lot of, like you said, there's a lot of smoke and mirrors. They want you to think that you can take just a 2-3 day course and you're going to become a millionaire just like them. That's not the case.
Now, there is a lot of money to be made.
Oh,
It
yeah.
is a
Oh,
very
I'm saying
lucrative
it.
business.
$1,000 and a millionaire is a big difference.
Yes, but this is a very lucrative business, and there's a lot of money to be made, but it's not overnight. It takes a lot of work. I do hear a lot of girls saying, do you feel like it's oversaturated? Do you feel like it's saturated? No, I don't. I feel like in any other industry that you get into, whether it be hair or nails or dental, whatever it is, there's always going to be other technicians out there. You're going to stand apart from other people by your work and your quality of work. The good people are going to stay and the bad are going to dwindle off and they won't do it again. So no, I don't think it's been oversaturated.
It's not. If you think about it in numbers terms, most girls, if they're working by themselves without an assistant, they could see, that's probably
3 to 5 a day.
That's pushing it. Most girls aren't pushing that
3
hard.
new, 2 touch-ups.
So with that, about 500 to 1,000 clients a year is what most people can handle. And now keep in mind, those clients are going to return for touch-ups the following year.
Okay, wait, let's do it this way. Hand me your phone. Let's do it this way. Let's just calculate it this way for fun. And let's not push it all about money. But if you are starting a new career, I mean, we all are trying to survive, right? So money does have to come into it. How do you get to your calculator?
My point is most microblading businesses can maybe handle 500 to 1,000 people. In your city or market, if you look around, I'm sure there's more than 500 to 1,000 people that need these services. So there's a lot that it's not saturated because there's a lot of room. I worked with dentists for years and talk about some saturated markets and a lot of competition. And like a dental practice, they could see maybe 3,000 clients kind of on average. But the city's got 300,000 people, and most everybody needs those services. I would say for microblading, a large portion, cut it in half. It's mostly female, but then out of that group, there's a lot. So I wouldn't worry about saturation. The biggest thing is in your marketing is the type of work you're showing, and training has a big effect. If you starting out and you start learning how to microblade, and then your work starts out and it's kind of subpar, you're not going to do as well as a person that has a good education foundation that's doing good work. That person that's presenting good work and consistently,
they're going to build.
They're going to get recognized. Social media is great for microblading, and that's a big reason why it boomed so well, because it was kind of at the strength of it all.
Yeah, a lot of people say, like, how do I market myself? How do I get more clients in? Most of it is word of mouth. And guess what? Your word of mouth is your walking billboards. If your work is good, it talks for itself. So let's just run some numbers really quick. Jared knows that I'm not very good with numbers. But on average, you can make about $800 a day. Let's say, give or take. So 800, 5 days a week, you're at $4,000 a week times 4 weeks. So you're at $16,000 a month times 12. So let's see, 16,000. If I can type, times 12. So you can make easy $192,000 a year. Easy.
Yeah, you have to apply
and that's
yourself.
On the low end, I think. I think most people could be making upwards of $500,000 a year doing this. But yes, it's not overnight, and yes, you have to apply yourself. And that also depends on the area that you're in. In LA, somebody could charge $800,000 to $12,000. In Utah and Idaho, we're charging about $400 to $500. So it also depends on the area that you're in. But yes, there is a lot of money to be made. I really get frustrated when I see trainers trying to push that. Do you want to drive your new Ferrari? Oh, I'm wearing Louis Vuitton, right? That to me gets really silly, because the reality of it is not everybody is going to have that outcome, but a lot of people do, because there's a lot of money to be made in it. Your work has to speak for itself, right? You're not going to make that much money if you're not good.
Of the students that come through the course, how many would you say are working where microblading is kind of turned into their full-time job?
About that the other night, and I don't have an exact number, but I think, and I'm going to go through and really I'm going to fact check this, and we're going to go through and see how many are, but I would say a good 75 to 80% are actually using it as a career. I would say, or let's just say 70% are using it as a career.
Uh-huh.
Let's say 10% are using it kind of, they do it here and there, but they also have their other business, so it's kind of on the side. And I'd say probably, I don't know, what would you say, 10 to 20% don't do anything with it. It just wasn't for them. It wasn't. It's
like any business. What you put into it, you're going to get out of it. And so, as a training facility, it's hard for us to say, oh yeah, you're gonna be successful guaranteed, because nobody can do that. And so to say that's very misleading, because it's up to you.
I was really queasy with blood when I first started. I thought, I'm not going to be able to do this. This is not for me. I think I got a little bit nauseous, and I'd walk outside the room, my first couple clients, and I can't even get a shot without feeling like I'm going to pass out. Like, you're talking to a girl who is like needle phobic, doesn't like blood, freaks out, panics, and I could slice through someone's eyebrows all day, every day now. So if you're thinking like, is this for me? Or maybe you took the training and you're like, oh, I get kind of queasy, I get nauseous, I don't know if this is for me. You will get over that part of it. It really becomes like nothing. And to be honest with you, they don't really bleed a lot anyways.